Dear students, I am Sobha Bansiwal, Assistant Professor English, SPC Government College, Bhim. Today I am going to explain some chief characteristics of the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn, which is written by John Keats. This poem is inspired by Greek sculpture, as Keats was very interested in Greek art, culture and literature. Although he did not know Greek language, but he read many translations of Greek literature, and he was very interested in this area. This poem is inspired by Greek sculpture. Uh, Keats, Keats saw Keats. This poem is inspired by the Greek sculptures which Keats saw in English museum, or else in marbles, or and partly this poem is inspired by a urn which was in possession of um, Lord Holland. But here in this poem he is not thinking about one particular urn, but about Greek art in general. Urn is a pot in which the ashes of a dead body are preserved. Um, on this urn there are very many pictures of pastoral life and many others pictures. There are many other pictures on this urn. So it is a piece of art in Greek culture. Other characteristic of Keats' poetry is concrete and sensuous imagery. Ode on a Grecian Urn has many concrete and sensuous imagery. There are many pictures. For an example, there is a picture of a flute player who is playing flute under the green branches of a tree. There is picture of gods or passionate men chasing maidens who are reluctant, and who are trying to get free from their clutches. And there is a picture of a youth trying to kiss his beloved. And there is another picture of some villagers who are going to a place of worship, and they are led by a priest uh, who who with whom there is a calf who is garlanded, whose neck is garlanded, and they are taking this calf to be sacrificed um, at at the shrine. And there is a picture of a village which has been emptied by its villagers, because they are going to a place of worship, and there is no one to tell where all the villagers have gone. And the poet imagines that this village may be at the shore of a sea or river, or it may be situated on the top of a hill. So there are many pictures. Pictures come after one after another before our mind in this poem. The theme of this poem, in this poem, the poet wants to present the superiority of art over life in certain respects. Um, art In this poem, the poet presents the superiority of art over human life in certain respects. For an example, this we see the picture of the pictures on the art are are permanent. On the other hand, human life is transient. So he contrasts the permanence of art with transience of human life. For an example, there is a picture of flute player who is playing flute. In real, the poet says that this flute player will always keep on going, keep on playing flute, and he will never tire of playing this flute. But in real life, when a singer or flute player plays his music, he becomes tired after a while and he stops playing music. But the picture painted on the urn, in which there is a picture of a flute player. So the poet says that this flute player, this picture of flute player, which is presenting a flute player, uh, in this, the poet wants to say that the flute player in this picture will always keep on playing flute, and he will never tire of playing the flute. And there is the picture of green branches of a tree, and the poet says that these uh, branches will never shed its leaves, and it will always be spring for these trees. And there is a picture of a you trying to kiss his beloved. The poet says that his passion for his beloved will never um, diminish, and the beauty of his beloved will also never fade. In real life, the youth and beauty are transient, and uh, they decays. They the youth and beauty fade away with the passage of time. And in this, there is the poet says that the song which we hear are sweet, but the song, the music which we imagine and which we cannot hear, appears to us more means sweeter. So the music presented in the on the urn will always remain um, sweeter than the music in real life. So the poet establishes the superiority of art in certain respects over human life. There is the central idea or moral of the poem is that the poet says that the truth and beauty are not separate things, they are one and the same things. uh, where there is a truth, um, or he wants to say that any piece of art or anything that is beautiful must have reality in it or truth in it, and any truth must have reality in it. So truth and beauty are not separate, but they are the same thing. And there is in this poem there is mingling of intellectual and emotional elements. The poem is charged with emotions, imaginative pictures, and intellectual quality. The idea of the poem, that is truth is beauty, beauty is truth, um, is based on has intellectual basis. And the poem has a Greek element, which Hellenism. uh, Greek kids was kids had an innate tendency or love for Greek art, literature, and culture. So he presented or depicted Greek culture, Greek art and literature in his verses. This Greek culture is also reflected in this poem, as he has written all of the poem on the urn, which is used in Greek culture at the burial of a person Uh, a urn is a pot in which the ashes of a dead body are preserved, and on its surface, outer surface, there are many pictures. Um, and technical excellences of this poem are, this poem has um, this poem is a regular ode, and it has same length of same number of lines and same pattern of rhyme. And they in this poem, Keats has used many epithets which are very striking, such as uh, unravished beauty, and the daughter of. He has used epithets like cold pastoral, sylvan historian, fair attitude, leaf fringed edges, and truth is beauty, beauty truth, and all these are he has used all these epithets in his poem. So these are chief characteristics of this poem. Thank you.